Hi there. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for checking out my video. Today, I want to talk about carnivore and all the things that go around with that and things I've learned along the way the last couple of years, and hormones, which you probably saw in the description. But hormones are huge for me, and I just want to share what I've learned from that with you as well. So let's dive in and let's just get going. And I'm gonna be honest with you of everything I found out on every step of the way. So a couple of years ago, it's been almost exactly 2 years since I had a friend kind of send me some videos about carnivore, and I was intrigued. At the time, I was probably more what you would call keto. Um, so I was already kind of high protein, lower carbs. But then I got this information about keto, which Dr. Chafee, um, the carnivore doctor, there's a ton. There's literally a ton of knowledgeable people on this platform on YouTube that has so much information. So you can watch a million carnivore videos and decide for yourself. But here's how I feel about it, and here's what it did for me. So I decided that I would start in January doing carnivore, and I started with beef, bacon, butter, and eggs. Um, I I did it strict for four months, so strict, and I lost 8 pounds the first week, which we all know is just water weight and all the things that we hold on to in the beginning, and that went away. And then I just didn't lose. I didn't lose anything, and a little bit frustrating, but I felt pretty good. Okay, so I decided to tweak it a little after that, and I got rid of the bacon, and I will stand by that to this day. So I got rid of the bacon, and I focused more on beef, butter, and eggs, and I felt great, and I started to lose more weight. So I was really strict from January to May. And then in the summer, I got a little stricter. And by November, I lost, 10 more pounds. And that was from being strict beef, butter, eggs. Not much dairy at that point in time. I did try doing some of the dairy things in the summer before I just gave it all up. And so beef, butter, and eggs. And I was feeling good, and I lost 10 more pounds. And then the holidays came, and I gained it back and started just doing other things. But the whole time, even though I eat other things or was eating other things, I still had beef every day and butter and eggs. And the things I learned in keto, I gave up. So, because a lot of the things I learned in keto was like monk fruit to still give yourself sweet things, and packaged keto treats, and they try to give you these little hints and tricks and things to help you along the way. But I found a year into it that really just hinders you. It just hinders you even more, and it's just not good for you. So this last year, I have been experimenting with things more. And we had a Disney year, which I will talk about more in another video. But I ate a lot of crap on our trips. And so my weight would go up and down, and not really up and down. I just didn't go down. Even when I was doing good, I kind of stayed the same. And then when I ate crappy, I kind of stayed the same. And I just wasn't going down consistently anymore because I was doing a lot of this. So I have this summer 2025, I have worked more at these things that I want to talk to you about today. I've worked on them more and consistently, and I want to tell you my results. Okay. So I eat beef every day and eggs every day with butter. I eat those three things every day. I get great eggs from like farm fresh eggs from a source here close to me that I go purchase every week. My daughter raises chickens, so sometimes I get eggs from her. She's actually raising ducks as well. So I get some ducks from her, or duck eggs from her, and chicken eggs from her. And that's, but she's a couple hours away from me, so I don't always get that. So I have found another source, which you should all look into, seeing wherever you're located, if there's sources for you to get farm fresh, basically farm fresh eggs. I think they make a huge difference. They're delicious, and I eat that every day. Um, Another thing is beef. I try to buy the best quality beef I can. Source your area, see what you can do. I did just get a quarter of a cow that I know how it was raised, and I feel good about that purchase. So I have that in my freezer, and I do eat that every day. But but I am adding some other things. Now, if you get into the carnivore industry and start listening to other carnivore experts, you're going to see that the industry is shifting a little bit. There's still some very strict carnivores who've done it for many, many years and have great success. Your health is going to improve. Your gut health is going to improve. I think if we have issues, we should do strict carnivore for at least a while. I think that it goes in, and I think it really does reverse some damage and improve a lot of problems that we have injected, that we have put on ourselves by eating crap over the years. And I'm talking to me as much as you, or all of us. Okay. I I have eaten a lot of crap in my life. And just these last 2 years, since I've done some deep diving into all of this, things have changed for me, because ew, ew, like there's some yucky stuff that we've been putting in our body. Sorry, I just bounced my camera. There is some yucky stuff we have been putting happily and daily into our body. So I am not super strict carnivore right now. I just do believe in it. I eat beef and eggs and butter every day, but I have been adding back some whole foods. Um, Mostly because strict carnivore is really hard to maintain forever. It just really is. On one hand, it's boring, but on the other hand, it's fantastic because you just don't have to plan a bunch of meals. And what are you going to have on the side? And what are you going to have to go with it? And you just don't have to do that. And I love both aspects. I don't love that it's boring, but I'm kind of fine when it's boring. So you've got give and take. But I want you to consider carnivore, consider the meat you're putting in your body, um, get the best that you can, and put beef in your body every day. And then do a test. Be honest with yourself. How do you feel? Is it making you feel worse? Is it making you feel better? Um, Things that I noticed, KA totally makes me feel better. I can promise you, makes you feel better. Um, when I'm strict carnivore, it really does take away my cravings. I feel satiated with 1 to 2 meals a day. I never eat more than 2 meals. Sometimes it's one. Um, they've come out with a lot of information about fasting and the health benefits of fasting in different ways. So you can look into that. But I think there are some health benefits to eating in a 6 hour window. So I eat at like 11, and then I eat again at 5, and then I don't eat anymore. I think there's a lot to be said about that, and maybe even heavier fasting. Dr. Dr. Kills, Kilz, on this platform as well. He's fantastic when he does a lot of fasting, and he has a lot of information if you want to check out more about fasting. Um, but For women, the hormones that come with eating fat and beef and real meat can change your life. Okay. I know that it can. So give that a shot and just do some deep diving yourself. It works and you feel better. Um, but now that I'm adding a little whole foods back, I really want to talk about what that means, what I want you to do, and what I have really been doing. Okay. I've cut out anything that's in a package. And if you think about anything in a package, what does that look like? It's worse than you think. We're eating worse than you think. So no salad dressings, no canned soups, no canned salsas, no canned, jarred, packaged anything. The only packaged things that I eat is dairy. So I do eat cheese in a package, butter, and cream. Okay. I do eat some of that in a package because that's the only way you can get that unless you live on a farm, which would be lovely. But so just think about that. And if I want a treat, because we should be cutting out sugar, but that doesn't always happen. So if I want a treat, I have to make it myself. I did make some enchiladas a couple months ago. And sorry, I need a drink. A couple months ago, and I got tortillas and I did get canned enchilada sauce. And if you read that tortilla package, there's so much crap in tortillas. So much crap in tortillas that you can't even pronounce. So then in there I decided I hadn't been eating tortillas. Then in there I decided I'm making my own tortillas. Okay. If I want a treat, I have to make it from scratch. Obviously, ooh, can you hear the cars? Obviously, I'm going to buy some chocolate chips as well, but everything else is from scratch. So you know exactly what you're putting in your body. Get rid of all seed oils, all ingredients you can't understand. You don't know what it is. Get rid of all the food coloring. Like, just think about that. Okay. Just keep going with your daily life, but get rid of that. That's huge. That's gigantic huge. And it makes such a huge difference, such a huge difference. So do that. Okay. Just eat meat, eggs, and you can eat chicken, fish, pork. Start just getting rid of things that are in a package. Um, I don't do a ton of vegetables and I don't do a ton of fruit, but I do some now. And there's a lot of carnivore experts out there that are making a shift. They are shifting to adding back some of the whole foods. I think that if we do have an issue, a health issue, you might stay on it longer. I think that if you can kind of heal some of your health issues and then add some things back, you're going to greatly benefit. And you're going to have healed, and then you can add a few things back. That's what they're saying. Some influential carnivore people, they're making the change and adding a few things back. So check out more carnivore experts than me. This is just my journey. So I am doing these things, but I eat beef every day. I eat eggs every day. And then I have, for one of my meals, maybe with beef, I have beef with potatoes. I just bake some potato with butter. Um, but I've been making a few meals, casserole type things, just for fun, for the taste, for the flavor. But I'm making taco seasoning for my meat. Out of seasonings I make myself. I'm not buying them in a package pre-made that has things in it that I don't want. I don't want MSG. I don't want metals that I don't have to have. I'm trying to get the most clean, organic type of spices that I can find. We happen to have an Amish store a half an hour away, so I grabbed some things from the Amish store, and I think they're pretty high quality. There's also there really is some good online personal little businesses that are selling really clean items like that. So I have looked into all that and purchased some of all that, but I really try to do the seasoning myself. Okay. I'm going to make my own tortillas. I make my own cookies if I want cookies from scratch. Make your own bread. Now, I have my daughter and a good friend that makes sourdough, and that's the only bread that I eat anymore. Um, Delicious, and it doesn't seem to bloat me up and puff me up and have ill side effects like store-bought bread with a ton of ingredients that I don't know what's in it. So think about making your own bread or purchasing from, there's so many local people that are doing that now, that are making stay-at-home moms, making some of their own sourdough this and sourdough that. And that's who I'd buy from. If you don't going to do it yourself, I'm not going to do it myself. So I'm going to buy it. I'm going to support them. Um, so just think about doing those changes. Just make that shift where you can still have some of the yummies, especially during this time of the year. I make my own ice cream. It's 2 ingredients, and I'll do a video on this. It's just heavy whipping cream and sweetened condensed milk. So you're getting some massive sugar in there. That's it. There's no ingredients that you don't know what it is. Heavy whipping cream, sweetened condensed milk. That's it. And we can make that in 2 minutes and get it in the freezer. And I'll show you that video. Um, so just think about changing those things that you can change. And then later, if you want to get rid of all that and just do the meat, butter, and eggs, you can. And I do go through times where I do that. A week here, a week there, and then I have the treat on the weekend, and I make cookies here and there, and um, try not to consume it all day, every day. Um, the last thing, well, and then I've been exercising. And I really wasn't going to focus on this a lot today, but I've been moving my body just daily, consistently. Sometimes it's walking. I walk with hand weights and wrist weights, and I do this. I do this. I do this while I'm walking. Like I try and multitask and get it done. I do some lunges with my arms while I'm walking. I do abs. I twist and I punch while I'm walking, and I'm really trying to use my core. And I'm going to get into this on another video, but I have been moving my body. My daughter went away for the summer and had a job out of state, and she's my last one at home. So I was on my own. I was literally on my own this summer. And at first, I'm going to tell you this story really quick. At first, there's a place, a good gas station I can walk by. It's like 6 minutes away from the salon here. And I was like, oh, I never drink soda, okay? My whole life, I've never drank soda unless it's a special occasion. I'm just not a daily soda drinker. So it's like, oh, my daughter's not here to judge me. I can go get a Dr. Pepper. And here in Utah, we do dirty drinks, right? So I did Dr. Pepper with my vanilla creamer in it, and maybe a shot of vanilla syrup. It just makes it like a Dr. Pepper float. It's delicious. And I would get a big one, and I just thought I can leave it in the fridge here at the salon, and I can just sip at it, and it would last me like 3 days. So I'm sipping my yummy Dr. Pepper every day for 3 days. Then I'd walk down and I'd go get another one. I only did 2 of those big things, maybe three before it hit me that I felt like crap. My joints ached. I had zero energy. Lifting my arms was miserable. I was getting on the ground and playing with my grandbabies, miserable. I just wanted to take a nap. I was like, what is wrong with me? And then it hit me. It's your stupid Dr. Pepper, princess. Stupid Dr. Pepper. And I quit that immediately. I'm just like, what? Why? Why would I do that to myself? So this is going to be my goal for all of you. Every single video is be honest with yourself. Give it a try and literally listen to your body and be really honest with yourself. How are you feeling? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling bad? Is it boring? Yeah, probably, but you're going to feel so much better. And we need the longevity. I want to have movement and strength and health as I just keep getting older. I am thankful that I'm the age I'm at. I'm thankful I've made it this far, and I want to keep going. I've got grandbabies, and my youngest hasn't even had kids yet. So I need to stick around for a good long while and be mobile and be able to play with her kids when those kids come along. So this is something, this is my number one. Besides my Heavenly Father and my faith and my family, my health is the next thing. And the older I get, the more powerful that is, and the more heavy that is, and the more I think I have to think about that, to work on that every single day. So work on those things, try those things, give it a shot, and see how you feel, and be honest with yourself. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, and this is kind of a big deal. This is, I'm videoing this on, I think, November 14th. November 14th, 2025. And I think it was 2 days ago that RFK Jr. announced that hormones, natural hormone supplements for women, is a benefit for us as we go through menopause, as we get older. And now their social media has been blasted. Doctors are coming out. I'll link a couple. I will try to link a couple. I'm not good at that. Doctors are finally, they've been preaching this for years, and they've been pushed down and told, no, we can't do this for women. This isn't a good thing. And just trying to keep that down. And now it's coming out. And all these doctors are on these platforms shouting it from the rooftops. Well, I have tried to shout it from the rooftops to a handful of my clients over the years. I have done some hormone replacement therapy, HRT, for about 20 years now. I started out in the beginning, I just needed some thyroid. I'm certain I had thyroid problems my whole entire life. I never had normal periods. I struggled with, I'd go 3 months and I just gain weight for 3 months, and then a period would come and I'd lose back down. I was like a size 2, and I would gain into a size 7 before that happened, and blah, blah, blah. Like miserable, miserable. I've had issues my whole life. So by the time I hit a little, probably 39, I met my friend. She's now my friend, but we started out doing business. I would do her hair, and she had a hormone clinic. Oh my goodness, because I haven't been feeling good, I just feel like talking makes my throat so dry. I'm so sorry. Um, but then we started doing some trade together. So after 10 years of just being on thyroid, um, I did my blood work regularly at this clinic, and I noticed that my ovaries, my ovaries. Oh, and if you're in tune with your body, you know what I'm saying, ladies. My ovaries were squeezing and causing me pain. So I didn't mention that. Like, I can just feel my ovaries hammering me. And so that, she's like, oh, that's a progesterone issue, amongst other side effects. So I got on some progesterone, which just melts under your tongue at night when you go to bed. Lovely. So I did those two things for probably another 7 years. And that's all I did, was just those two things. And then the last 5 years, about 5 years ago, I noticed some changes. I would wake up in the night and couldn't go back to sleep, would lay there and da da da. So with the blood work and my symptoms, it's like, yes, now your estrogen and your testosterone have dropped. So my mid 50s, those things dropped as well. And so now I do a little testosterone cream behind my knee every day, and I do some estradiol, which is a compounded estrogen that's good for us. And now they're telling us that they are good for us, that it is beneficial for women going through menopause, that it is something that we should be looking into and doing. And we should, anyway, it's a good thing now. And I am so thankful. This summer, just 2 months ago, I would wake up in the night, panicking, my heart pounding like a bad dream, like, oh, and then not going back to sleep very good. And it took me It took me about 10 days to realize, like, hey, these are the side effects I had years ago when my estrogen dropped. So I called my clinic, talked to them, and they got me a better, bigger dose of my prescription. And I was able to absolutely feel better. But it builds up, it takes a few days, a couple weeks to build up into your body. But I felt so much better finally. And I just thought to myself during those 10 days to 2 weeks of not feeling good, I thought, poor women that can't just call up their clinic that they go to and let them know what the symptoms are and get it fixed. All of you poor ladies that have had to just go through and struggle without any help. I am so thankful that I didn't have to do that. I'm so thankful that I've had the help and that I found the clinic and I found my person and I um, found those things that have been beneficial to me as I've gone through this stage of my life. Like I can't, I really just can't imagine where I would be right now. So that is my talk today. I do think that eating carnivore, Dr. Kills will tell you this, that eating carnivore, eating the meat and the protein and the fat helps all of your hormones. He's a fertility doctor and he helps people have babies and that's a big factor in having babies. So I do love that information from him, but I know that the hormone replacement that I've been able to have has really helped. So try and find a good hormone replacement doctor by you, someone who will believe you and listen to your symptoms. There has been a doctor on, and I'm going to try and link her video somehow. I'm just learning how to do this stuff, but I'm going to try and link her video somehow. But she is on a platform preaching how she has helped men for years. They come in, they have a low libido, they are feeling like crap, they're tired all the time. She's like, yeah, we have an answer for you. We give you testosterone and we give you Viagra and we have these things that help you. And then when women come in with the same feelings, the same side effects, the same issues, and we tell women, all we're allowed to tell women is, oh, you should do yoga or eat more organic or go for a walk. Like they haven't been able to give them the help that they deserve as well as helping the men. So now they have more freedom to do that. And it's a real thing. And we should all be taking advantage of that and helping ourselves. So, try and find somebody close to you. But I'm going to try and bring my gal on here and we're going to have a chat. We're going to talk about some of the basics, some of the basic side effects. Um, and if you guys have major questions, you should throw them in my comments. I'll try and have her answer those. But I'm hoping to get her on here soon. It might not be till after the holidays because, you know, we're all kind of busy. But I'm going to try and get her on here soon so that she can talk to that. She's so much more knowledgeable than me, right? She has all the answers, and I have just benefited from her answers over the years. And I'm so thankful. So that's my soapbox for the day. Try carnivore. Try getting rid of all the packaged crap that we eat. Just try reading labels. There's nothing out there that doesn't have 9 million ingredients that you don't need. Just get rid of that. Get rid of the junk. Just get rid of the junk and try and eat more whole foods. And if you want a treat, make it yourself. That's the bottom line. That's what I'm doing now. And with the walking and with doing some of that, I have lost another 10 pounds over the last 6 months. My belly, I have a little apron belly down here, and I had 3 C-sections, and you know, it's just something that I like. I'm never going to be a size 2 again, but I'm going to keep working on it as best I can. And to see my belly going down, that's exciting for me. I'm going to keep it up. And it motivates me to walk through the candy aisle and walk through the cracker cookie aisle and just be like, none of that sounds good because now I know what's in it and now I know what it does for me. And now I can see what taking it out of my diet, as simple as taking it out of my diet and only trying to consume things that are one ingredient, butter, potatoes, hamburger, it's beneficial. It helps. And I'm not in a hurry to make it happen overnight. But if I consistently do this for the rest of my life, I can see the benefits now, and I know I'll just continue to see the benefits. And I know you will too. And we each lose weight differently. I lose weight. It's really hard for me to lose weight. Even if I were to starve myself, I can't lose weight. So the benefit, and the thing with carnivore, I'm going to give you this one other tip. With carnivore, they want you to eat more meat. They want you to eat in 2,500 to 3,000 calories a day. I can't do that. I tried. I did it for a couple of weeks. I really tried to track my calories, track my everything, track my fat versus my protein. I tried to track that, and I felt like crap. I was sick to my stomach. My heart would be pounding. It would take hours for that to digest and for that to stop. And I was hot and flushed, and I did not feel good. So there's a lot of carnivores, I think, that will tell you they realize they could probably lose more weight if they could eat more. But I just eat till I feel good. I don't overeat. I try not to undereat. I'm not trying to starve myself, but I just eat till I feel good. And that's my goal, is to be able to just always eat till I feel good. And I've started, like, me and my daughter, when she got home from the summer, we went to a steakhouse because they didn't have a steakhouse where she is. And we did get some fried pickles. And I know that was bad for me, but those are delicious. And I do cheat once in a while. So we fried pickles, and then I just got a steak and some shrimp and some potato. And I only ate half of that. I took the other half home. In my past life, I could have ate all of that. Um, but now my body doesn't need as much, and I eat a little less, and I try to eat a little more, a little better, but I can eat a little less, and I can make it last a little longer. And so even though I'm having a treat, I think I'm still working on being, not even working, just my calories tend to be a little bit less. But I just eat until I feel good. I'm not going to eat until I feel stuffed and bloated and miserable. We all know how that is. Thanksgiving, I'm not making any promises, but on my daily life, that's how I do it. And I've lost another 10 pounds. So I'm going to keep up doing what I'm doing. Please give these things a thought, at least. Be honest with yourself. Give it a good old college try. Get rid of the crap and see if you feel better. I think you will. And thanks for joining. We'll talk to some about that hormones later. We'll talk to hopefully my hormone lady soon, and get you more information. I think it's so, so vital and so important. So thanks for joining. I'll see you next time.